Those are terrible days in Israel. What we didn't believe could happen, happened. The phrase, never again is now repeated by many people. It is difficult for literature and poetry to express the horror, and it is difficult to do it quickly because literature and poetry takes a little time to think, to digest. Anyhow, poets and writers all over the world, we believe, should stand by humanity, stand with Israel. We thank the Polish Writers Association for the quick response to the letter that the Writers Association in Israel sent. Now I will introduce Dorit Zilberman, Dr. Dorit Zilberman. She is the deputy chairperson of the Writers Association in Israel. She's a novelist and literature researcher. Dr. Shlomit Lear, here beside me, is a poet and also a researcher in the field of gender. And myself, I'm a writer and a journalist. My name is Meir Uziel, and I want to introduce also Magdalena Kushtal. She is the director of the Polish Institute in Israel. She is with us on the Zoom. I would like to ask you, Professor Anna Nashilowska, the president of the Polish Writers Association, to say some words to us. Please, Anna.
Thank you, Meir, for giving me a voice. I have just the same reflection as you said. Never again, and it happened. And we have the war in Ukraine, besides of Poland nearby. And if we heard on Israel, it is even more dangerous situation. What to do? It's this world so changed. In my generation was born after World War II, and we believe that we are in the safe world. So it changed all.
Thank you. Thank you for your words, for your participation. I will ask now Dorit Zilberman, the deputy chairperson of the Hebrew Writers Association, to say some words and maybe to read, if you have a piece that you wrote.
Yes, good evening, Poland. Good evening, Israel. I would like to draw a picture or a portrait of a national trauma, as I wrote it in some paper. They asked from writers to write some words. Over the course of a single night, history rolled back in a flashback. In the morning, it resonated with the Yom Kippur War of 1973. By noon, it bore similarities to the War of Independence in 1948. And as the evening fell, we found ourselves transported to the Kishinev pogroms of 1903. From 2023 to 1903 in just one day. On the morning of October 7th, we lost our trust in our government and leaders. By noon, our self-confidence had waned, and by evening, we had broken our most vital promise to ourselves, never again. The Yom Kippur War, because we were caught by surprise, we weren't prepared, and we lost the battle. I also lost my handsome next-door neighbor, whom I secretly loved when I was a young girl, before he got married and left his wife with a little baby. Everyone had their own personal losses during that dreadful war. The War of Independence, because like back then, there were face-to-face battles where our civilians fought alongside the armed forces. Kibbutz Be'eri endured a struggle reminiscent of that war, with its houses in ruins and its residents seeking shelter in bunkers and ditches. In Kishinev, 50 Jews lost their lives. Thanks to Bialik, our national poet, we eternally remember them. Bialik's poem, however, leaves an indelible mark in our memories, making it seem like hundreds perished when in reality it was 50. Kishinev, where children, the elderly, and pregnant women with no protection were mercilessly slaughtered. Now, even time itself bows its head in solemn reverence for the heroic fate that befell the once proud kibbutzim and their brave members. May they rest in eternal peace. And please God, help us find the strength to rise once more.
Thank you so. Thank you, Dorit. I don't know if Marek Radzibon, the president of PEN of Poland, is with us.
No.
Please? Okay, we'll wait for him to join. And I will pass you the microphone to you, Dr. Shlomit Lear.
Thank you. I'm very glad to see everyone, and a warm welcome to each one of you at this solemn gathering, convened in profound solidarity with humanity and in response to recent tragic event. It is with gratitude and deep sense of purpose that we, the writers and poets of the Writer Association in Israel, extend our heartfelt welcome to all in attendance. In the face of the recent heinous act of terrorism perpetrated against Israel on October 7th, where innocent lives were tragically taken, our urgent appeal reached out to writers around the world. We are delighted that our call found an immediate response, particularly from our esteemed colleagues, you friends in Poland. In our collective letter to writers globally, we implored for unity in denouncing this terrible act and sought your support in advocating for the swift and unconditional release of those who have been tragically kidnapped. As a chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I wrote this letter because I felt that we need our friends, writers, poets from around the world to join us and make themselves heard and make the appeal to free the kidnapped and to condemn the atrocities that took place. Today, events marked by your presence address this recent and appealing attack and abduction of Israeli civilians. We recognize that the magnitude of this tragedy leaves no room for justification, and it is in our shared responsibility to amplify the voices of writers and artists who stand united against any attempts to annihilate the state of Israel. Your presence here today is a testament to the power of solidarity in the face of adversity. As we embark on this gathering, we hope that it serves as the first step paving the way for global community of writers and artists to make a resounding statement in favor of freeing the kidnapped. We are grateful for your attendance and commitment to this cause. Thank you for being here, and let our shared voices echo loudly against injustice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shlomit Lear, the chair of the Committee of Foreign Affairs of the Hebrew Writers Association in Israel. Magdalena Kushtal, that is with us, and we met her already, and we spoke a lot, but not in this forum. Please, Magdalena, I want you to say some of your feelings, some of your words.
Okay, first, dear friends, thank you for having me here. I have no words enough to describe this situation, which is now in reality. War is all the time a terrible experience, especially maybe double terrible experience for an artist because of your sensitivity. I now give example that the Second World War in Poland resulted so-called post-war literature dealing with terrible war experiences. There were writers and poets who could not live after this war experience. I hope that it will not happen here in Israel. I am sorrow. I am sad. Before me here in the Polish Institute was really many excellent directors, but I am only one richer by the very sad experience because I am here during the war. Every day I watch in TV and I see most horrible picture, how I could imagine this. So, you know that solidarity has really very big power. And how long I am here in Israel, in the Polish Institute, believe that we stand with Israel. We stand with the artists, with the poets. We stand with you.
Thank you, Magdalena, for standing with us.
All the time, always.
So now I will ask the member of the board of the Writers Association, Writers Polish Association, Krzysztof Szatrawski. Please, you have the microphone. Thank you for being with us.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, yes.
I need to say a few words about myself. I was translating poetry from Hebrew. One last poem I translated was poem about pandemic by Mordechai Geldman, and as we know today. There will be no more Mordechai's poems. I was also translated some poems of Yehuda Amichai and publishing them in Poland. And I think most significant part of connectivity on literary level is to translate and to publish, because there is, I think, the best way to understand and to find not only the level of communication, but also this unique level of understanding that every person has its own view on this world and has full rights of speaking with his own voice. And I think this is for me as a poet and as a translator the first commandment. So I hope I will have a chance to translate more and more. I'm translating not only from Hebrew. I am translating from a few other languages, and now I have my very interesting project of translating some Chinese classical poetry from dynasty of Tang, and I think all those roads are in fact leading in one direction. So I'm free to work together, free to communicate. I will be very happy to find co-workers here.
Thank you so much, Krzysztof
I
Szatrewski.
can explain. Krzysztof is professor of music in Olsztyn. It is his main occupation, but he's a poet and he's able translating from Hebrew.
We have read at the Wikipedia in Polish, and I translated it to Hebrew by Google Translate, so I know a little bit about your activities, all of you, and we all know, of course, we all know. Do you speak Hebrew?
קצת.
קצת, oh well, it's wonderful, it's wonderful.
יפה מאוד.
Jacek Moskva is...
Thank you very much. Okay. Let's continue.
Fine. Please, Jacek.
You know, I can speak only in my personal name because as a writer and a member of the Polish pen club, because ordinary member of pen club, since I haven't had an official post anymore. As you know, we expressed our solidarity with Eretz Israel, with Jewish people in Israel from the very beginning, 15 minutes after tragic news from Israel. You know, I had a feeling that the new Shoah had begun, you know, and it was my first feeling. I met sometimes also diplomats from Iran, Iranian writers, and in Iranian embassy in Warsaw, they gave us, you know, protocols of Sion, you know, so ideology of actual regime of Iran is well known, and also the support not only for Hamas but also for Russia, who is doing another aggression just in our border. So, you know, there is a lot of historical ties between Poland and Israel, between Poles and Jews. We live in on the same soil for 800 years. It was sometimes good, remember, sometimes bad, but you know, the Holocaust, the Shoah succeed on Polish soil. So we have, as a Polish writers, we have special duty to express our solidarity toward Israel. Thank you. Thank you. So as is written, I'm sorry, something wrong. Oh. As is written in the Charter of the International Pen Club, defense of the all human values is our duty. Also, struggle with anti-Semitism. In Poland, we know very well what kind of danger this ideology could be. It was the way toward the Shoah of the Jewish people did by German Nazis, but also by their helpers from another nations, from other peoples, mostly on the Polish soil during the World War II. But it was only the way toward the repression of the communist regime in 1968. In 1968, when many of brilliant intellectuals or ordinary Jews or only with Jewish roots were forced to leave Poland. Among them, some friends. Yes, I think I told about show did by German Nazis on the Polish soil by German Nazis, but also by their helpers from the another nations, but also repressions of communist regime in 1968, when so many brilliant intellectuals, but also ordinary Jews or only with Jewish roots were forced to leave Poland. Among them, I lost a lot of friends of mine from high school, because in 1968 I was at high school Slovacki in Warsaw. So I think the position of Poland toward Israel have to be very special for so many historical reasons. So I think that Poland with another government, now we have another government, new government, but Poland in the United General Assembly of General Nations voted for resolution for imminent peace. I think it was not right. We have to be like, for example, Czech Republic, express our unconditional solidarity with a victim of aggression, of so cruel aggression. Sorry, I was a little bit nervous because of the technical problems, but resolved.
Thank you so much for this important message.
The Hebrew Writers Association thank you very much.
And I would like to invite now an international poet, Debbie Saar, who is a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, to read one of her poems which she wrote recently about the current situation. Debbie is here with us. Debbie, please.
Good evening, everybody in Israel and all over the world. First of all, I'd like to thank all the participants, and I'd like to thank the Polish authors for your support. I'll read a poem I wrote when I visited my grandma and grandpa as a child. My grandfather was the first one who was born in Metula. And my family members still live there today. I mean, now they're refugees. They don't live there. But I still have family there. And I hope there will be peace. A girl by the border. I met my first Katyusha in the playground. It was almost dark. The missile whistled like the wind on the hill, and the stars twinkled like crazy. A sound tore the familiar landscape, and the carousel wheel lost the north. Later on, in the room, a red tiger jumped from the alarm speakers. The iron beds dropped anchors in the floor, while the Katyushas whistled like ships approaching the port. Grandpa Eucalyptus folded its leaves. Light bomb painted the ceiling of the world, and me and my brother crawled under the blankets. Not far from there, near the good fence, the tin coop shivered above the hen's eggs, grows an additional new generation who will not know peace. Unfortunately, it was written decades ago. Unfortunately, it was like a prophet. There is still no peace.
Thank you so much, Debbie, for this moving poem. And I would like to invite my dear friend, Meir Uziel, who is also a writer and renowned columnist, to say some words.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I will read something that I wrote. This is a fragment that I included parts of it, some sentences of it, also in my last book, my last novel, The House by the Lake in Italy. And I published it in these very words in the widely circulated and important Italian daily newspaper La Repubblica recently. They published everything. Of course, it was in Italian. Now, this is it in English. I translated it back to English. There is a death sentence on my head. There is nothing new in this. There was a death sentence on my head when I was a year old. There was a death sentence on my head when I was 10, 20 years old, all my life. There is nothing special about it. I am Jewish. Every Jew has a death penalty on his head. 80 years ago, the Nazis were looking for every Jew to kill. Before that, it was others. Today, the Germans have been defeated. The Jews have returned from exile to their homeland. But regarding the death penalty, nothing has changed, because there are other nations, other forces who are now engaged with all their energy and have and all their might and all their money in the same task, carrying out the death sentence on Jews. Only Jews are in this situation for generations. Every Jew is born, and there is a death sentence on his head from the day he was born. Israel is the only country in the world today that is threatened with annihilation. Once, at the gathering of writers in Europe, I said these words, and a poet from Sweden thought I was talking about literature and poetry, and he philosophized, isn't this true for every person from the moment of his birth? Someone who was in the audience, not Jewish, I don't know her, intervened and said, during World War II, there were thousands of Jews here on this island. It was in Rhodes. One day, she said, the German rounded them up and killed them all. She spared me the explanation. Everyone understood that for a Swede, an Italian, an American, an Indian, such a statement is perhaps a poetic and philosophical statement. For a Jew, it is a description of constant persecutions, because there are always nations and movements and forces that invest all their money and all their ability for one goal: to kill Jews. To kill me, my children, the Jewish women around me, everybody. The Jews could not get rid of the fact that there is always someone who wants to kill them. One thing, however, is different. Since the state of Israel has existed, those who kill Jews pay very, very dearly for it. For the first time, the Jews can defend themselves. Anti-Semitism of the murderous kind has not stopped. Anti-Semitism only finds new reasons. If there are no real reasons for hatred, there are very good lies that create reasons. The lies are so many that they overwhelm me. Thank you.
Thank you. It was beautiful, Meir.
Thank you so much, Meir. Very, very touching words and very sad reality that we have always to be awakened to and always remember it as much as we want to forget it. So I would like to invite Sharon Maroz to speak about a very special person, her grandfather. Sharon, are you with us?
Hi, everybody. It is a very interesting evening and a very sad evening, but it reminds me of my grandpa because he's from Poland, so I can tell about him. And one of his words, and he's saying to us, to all his grandchildren, was hope. Always to have hope for good things, for goodness, and to give and to help others. He built this country. He built many kibbutzes and cities. He was from Drohobych. He was born there, and he joined the Noar HaTzioni when he was 13. And
we just back from Drohobych. It is Bruno Schulz city, now Ukraine.
Yeah, okay.
We just visited the city.
So he was in the Noar HaTzioni there, and when he was 17, he was the head of the Noar HaTzioni in Drohobych. And when he was 19, he decided to make Aliyah and to come to Israel. And then he went to the university for 1 year, and then he started to build the cities and kibbutzes. And he stayed in the end in Tel Yitzchak. It's one of the kibbutzes near Kfar Saba, and he initiated and established the building, the Masuah building, for the memory of the Holocaust, and he lectured there for over 4 million people, soldiers and children and adults. And he was telling the story of the righteous among the nations, the story of them who lived in Israel and helped during the Holocaust many Jews. And his lecture was like a poetry because it was very touching, and I remember it by heart. And because of him, we learned so many things to give to others. And he took us every holiday to give presents to wounded soldiers and to sick kids, and many, many things. He taught me
so much.
Thank you very much. I was back from Ukraine with a mug from a view of synagogue from Drohobych. I was asking if somebody wants this mug, but I want to give it for you, but no, I don't know how. By
the way, Lech Walesa, the prime minister, gave him he received an excellence award for his act to the righteous among the nations who lived here in Israel.
Mm-hmm. We visited also the synagogue in Drohobych last time. There is a very good man who conserved this building.
Okay. Wow. Very touching.
Yes, very, very touching because the community in Drohobych is very small now.
Oh, okay.
It is only Ukrainian city.
There's Jewish there? I wonder if there is some family of us, but most of the family died in the Holocaust. He was the only one.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. We have two poets with us, Bracha Rosenfeld, and then Elona Kuzin will read to us something special. Bracha, are you with us? Can you say some words or read a poet?
I will not read anything.
Okay.
I have written, but I am not satisfied yet, so I will not read any new poem. But I want to thank you very much for participating and for supporting us, because we are now in the midst of terrible experience. Nobody can imagine it. It's something very tragic, even more than tragic. And since the 7th of October, I am looking for right words to express it. And I feel that the language, all languages I know, are too show for that purpose. So it is so touching, so overwhelming. It is terrible. I can feel it in all my body. Not only in my sick heart, you see. I can breathe only with extra oxygen given to me, and it is something that my body doesn't endure. I feel tragic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And
for
it
saying
happens in Eretz Israel, in the country we came to build, and we built it. And somebody wants to destroy it all, and has now the courage to come as a soldier. So they are coming as disguised for civilian power. It's a civilian police, but with many weapons, and what they want to do is just to destroy. They didn't build anything in their homeland. In the Gaza Strip, all the money were invested into building tunnels to destroy us. And it is very sad because their beliefs contradict our belief. Their goal in life is to die as a shihad, and our goal is to live and flourish.
Thank you, Bracha.
The one who wants to die and wants to die and wants to die with us. I am very sorry. I feel very sad, and I am sorry that I have to express it. So thank you very much. I feel very grateful for you, for everybody who joined us, and I hope we will see again.
Thank you, Bracha. Thank you so much for joining us.
They gave me a wonderful stage in Warsaw. Anna Nasiłowska and Jacek Moskwa. And please give greetings from me to Marek Ławrynowicz and Dorota Płoszyńska and Krystyna Rodowska. I translated her her poetry, but
I have met she today.
You met her today. I'm very happy. It is prepared for printing. I sent it to Mayor Uziel. I didn't find a proper stage to publish it. So I wait. I am sorry. I am very weak in publishing. I am good in writing. Greetings to all my friends in Warsaw. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We remember you, Braha.
Yes.
And we stay in touch in
Ronka, we love
Facebook.
you. Ronka, we love you.
We love you too. I love you too very much. My husband is staying here and hearing. Greetings from him also.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pozdrowienia dla wszystkich. Tęsknię za wami.
We love you.
Elona Kuzin is with us. Elona is she's a poet. She's a member of the Association of the Israeli Writers, of course, and she is also the president of the Israelis from Polish origin that lives in Israel. Yes, if I defined it rightly.
Association for Friendship.
Association for Friendship with Poland. Okay, you will introduce yourself and you prepare to us something very special. After that, we will hear a poem that Shlomit Lir wrote, and we will discuss between ourselves again. I will want to hear again the Polish friends that are with us. So please, Elona.
I apologize myself that I will not speak in English, but I will speak in Polish because you know what we feel. So I want to speak directly in my mother language, it is Polish. Bardzo dziękuję wam, że jesteście z nami. Ja nie piszę poezji, ja piszę prozę, ale to nie jest takie ważne. Ważne jest to, że nasze serce jest w ogóle połamane, że jesteśmy w żałobie, bo to, co się stało, możemy powiedzieć, że to jest prawie drugi Holokaust. To, co się stało w sobotę 7 listopada, jest rzecz niedopuszczalna. Ta masakra. My walczymy teraz o nasze życie, bo my nie mamy gdzie iść. Mamy jeden kierunek, albo morze, albo zostać tutaj i walczyć o nasz kraj. Niestety codziennie padają tutaj żołnierze, codziennie są pogrzeby. Piękna, cudowna młodzież, która idzie, ta ziemia chyba pije naszą krew. To jest okropne, ale dziękuję wam. Chciałam wam przeczytać wiersz, który był napisany w roku 1948 przez Natan Alterman podczas wojny wyzwoleńczej, który jest dalej aktualny. אני קוראת להם תרגום של מגש הקצף של נתן אלתרמן בפולנית, שהוא כל כך אקטואלי גם להיום.
מי תרגם?
שושנה רצ'ינסקה. Szoszana Raczyńska, która sama przeżyła Holokaust i która się ocaliła przez jej męża Polaka. Pan Raczyński to bardzo znana rodzina była w Polsce. Srebrna taca, w kraju cisza, oko nieba czernieje, ciemnieje powoli granice dymiące, a naród stoi, serce rozdane, jeszcze dyszy. Dostał ten cud, nie ma drugiego, ten jedyny. Ceremonia przed nim, w świetle księżyca. I stanął nad ranem, świątecznie odziany, trwogą owinięty. A naprzeciw pojawiają się chłopiec, dziewczyna. Powoli nadchodzą naprzeciw narodu. Odziani w piasek pustyni, ciężkie budziory. Zmęczeni, wymęczeni, po nich krople młodości spadają. Cisza, stoją bez ruchu, nie dają znak życia. Żyją czy padli? Kim wy jesteście? A oni milcząco powiedzą. My jesteśmy tata srebrna, na której dzieliśmy ci ojczyznę żydowską. I tak powiedzieli i u stóp narodu padli, a reszta historii Izraela pisana na wieki. Niestety też dzisiaj nasi żołnierze są tacą srebrną i płacą swoim życiem. Mam nadzieję, że ta wojna jakoś się skończy. Izrael musi zwyciężyć, bo to jest walka o nasze życie. I dziękuję wam jeszcze raz. I thank you very much that you are here with us and to see in better days. Thank you very much.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Thank you, Ilona. Thank you.
Ilona.
Thank you for
Thank
joining.
We will come to an end. After that, I would want to hear again the Polish delegation that is with us. But before that, please, Dr. Shlomit Lear, she's a poet as well, so she wrote a poem expressing one of her feelings in these days. Please.
Yellow Armchair Chronicles. In the hush of Bialik Street, in memories held dear, a little girl world collapses at the news she hears. A yellow armchair where the seriousness of the world unfolds. Call Israel whispers, the war behind the door. On the cherished seat with the radio news, she watches her father's somber face, innocent, outspoken in a voice so small. Against the senselessness of war, she stands tall. Years span by like wind through fallen leaves, scattering dreams of peace in the falling years. Yet the girl's belief remained, a fragile seed buried deep, which she kept in hand. Wars, a testament to human folly, she dreams of a world where wisdom will volley. Territory, property, honor, not worth the strife, for every soul deserves a chance of life. In moments when horror are too potent to write, when words falter, voice and action must unite. Rape, a silent horror in war's cruel cascade, protest against the terror and the right to live. In the name of kidnapped souls, dreams shattered by toxic masculinity, let's call for justice and plead for better humanity. Respect and discourse, the future's keys, a way to tread, to set humanity free. In humane hope, leaders ascend, acts of aggression, a tale to end. Yeshayahu's vision, swords to plugs, transform. Feminist worldview, a guide through the storm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shlomi.
So if maybe Anna, you will conclude the evening with some of your words, Anna Nashlovska.
Yes, my words will be my emotion, how to express from one side, very big pleasure to be connected, to see friends as Bronka, Braha, and Meir, people which I know, I met from other side. It is, there are news, very tragic news on war. We understand it so good because Poland is in this place in Europe, which is not very safe. And now on our border, it is another war in Ukraine. And we live in this instability and face the new world since 24th of February of last year. stay in connection, stay writing. It is a very big challenge for every writer. Express this word. So, Krzysztof, can you say from your side something?
I think this kind of experience is the border experience. My friend Alex Danzig was kidnapped from his in November the 7th, and I am trying to concentrate all my optimism and trying to believe he will back alive. He was a child when he is a child of Holocaust. He's I can't say now, I think 84 years old, and I don't know how is he now, but I really try to concentrate all my goodwill and believe that he will back and he will be all right. And I think this horrible situation, which we are today in front of those happenings, is the situation when we have to, for now, to try to rescue all we can. Then, when this will end, we will have to rebuild this world in somehow better way. The way such situations will not happen in future. Although, as we know, all the history of humankind is the history of saying never again, and this never is never happening. It's a really difficult situation, but I think what we can do really is to believe and to try to work on this situation to make it less tragic, to make this situation more optimistic, with better recognizing the future and trying to create some kind of progress, and I do believe it. We can do it in our very small part, but really I do because this belief is only thing we really have now.
And I can confirm that Israel has many friends in Poland, so many as is not possible in other country. Independently of incidents, I am very sorry for incident in the Polish parliament last time. It is very sad, but it is exception. We stay with Israel. It is our principle.
Let me say also a few words. Can I? So, thank you, Meir. Thank you, Bracha. It was for us and this lady who read the poem written in Polish in 1948. It shows that deep deep feeling with us have literary background. You know, so many Israeli writers or Jewish writers in Poland, like Bruno Schulz, wrote in Polish, but they feel deeply had a Jewish origins and hearts, Jewish hearts. So thank you, Bronka. You are very popular among our
thank you.
Writers in Warsaw. And thank you, Meir, for this article. You sent me this article in Italian. We are neighbors in Italy also. And I think it is very, very a very deep essay, because it shows the roots of hate against Jews, for thousands years. Sometimes Jews are better than others, and I think it is a deep reason of the hate towards them. Invented so many things. Also, Christianity was invented by Jews, as you know. So, sorry. Okay, I finished.
Thank you. Dziękuję. Please, Dorita.
Yes, I want to thank you on behalf of the Hebrew Writers Association. I want to thank you for your solidarity, and I want to call you to help us raising your voice, write anything you can, and helps bring the kidnapped back home. This is our main goal now, because every day counts, and we need every international pressure. Maybe it can help. I don't know. I hope. To bring them home now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank you as well. Thank my friend, thank Meir for organizing it, and for Dorit for coming and making this event happen. And I want to especially thank all our Polish friends. Your solidarity is not taken for granted. We're living in an age of stupidity where intellectuals seem to have lost their ways, and instead of condemning the atrocities and the terror that takes place, they set against Israel. So your support is of immense importance to us. We have written a letter of support in Israel. We'll send it to you. We would love you and other writers, Polish writers and poets, and to sign it in support of Israel, for standing by Israel, and standing this time on the right side of history. So thank you so much for joining us this evening and making this event happen. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Dziękuję bardzo.
I think that Magdalena Kuszczak, she wants to speak also. Magdalena, jesteś...
Magdalena, unmute.
Please, Magdalena. Okay, you can do.
Okay, yes. Dear friends, thank you so much for this really touching event. A few months ago, when I came to Israel, I brought with me the book. It's also post-war literature. The title is The End of Our World, written by Tadeusz Hołuj. He was also Auschwitz prisoner and writer. And you know, dear friends, that after 7th of October, nothing will be the same. But please remember that solidarity has a power. So thank you once again. Mer, thank you. Chapeau for all of you. Thank you and see you in the better time.
in better times. Amen.
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 Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.